Hello and welcome into the Sporting Pod, along with Tony Allegretti and Emerson Burris. I'm Cole Pepper. Coming up in the pod today, we put a cap on a great first season for the women. Plus, we size up what the future will bring for the squad and what the men can do to build on an 8-goal Donnybrook from Wednesday night. We are fed by the Bearded Pig, locally owned and operated with the original location in San Marco. Make sure you swing by the Bearded Pig for great barbecue and great times. By the way,
I know, man.
Bearded Pig.
I was just gonna say the
Go
same.
ahead.
No, well,
Take
so they are Michelin rated, not rated. They're Michelin
Notated.
recommended.
Really?
Recommended.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And we think people are saying it's probably the pod.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying it's.
Guys, I've still never been.
To Bearded Pig?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay,
Maybe I'll go
now-
tonight for dinner. No?
No, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
every night.
great. I just
cannot believe.
Yeah,
Do you
we're
think it's
just-
better
we're
than Kansas City barbecue? Because that's all I'm used to. I like
it's
Kansas City
different.
and Memphis barbecue. So
So their burn ends are excellent.
okay.
So that would be their Kansas. So they're more of a Texas style barbecue, but they do the burn ends, and everything's great there. But so
Okay. Maybe I'll go tonight and then I'll report back.
yeah, there we go.
Shout out Chad and the boys.
Chad, Michael,
and
everybody.
Ian Chancho King in Murray Hill, which is not a sponsor, but
Right.
they're I think they were recommended, or
I think they got a star.
Did they get a star?
Maybe.
What?
If that's a star, I think it's our first.
Yeah, it's
Wow. Anyway, it is Chancho King.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so
They get to Tony Star.
a Tony Star, which is different than a Tony Stark. All right, we'll move on and mention that the women have come to an end. The season falling 1-0 to Carolina in the semifinals. But within the last week, the following awards have been doled out. Ashlyn Puerta, Young Player of the Year, Player of the Year in the Gainbridge Super League. Paige Kenton, First Team All-League. Bailey DeSmit, Sophie Jones, Georgia Brown, Kate Park, Second Team All-League. Stacey Balaam, Coach of the Year. So, of the 22 first and second team All-League performers, more than a quarter of those picks are Sporting Jacks players. And you get the Coach of the Year, the Player of the Year, and the Young Player of the Year. What a season, Tony.
Unbelievable. And, there's on that second team, there's some arguable first teams in there, obviously, but wonderful and such excellent recognition for Stacey and what she was able to accomplish with the brand new set of people. The chemistry was so good, just unbelievable and entirely deserving accolades.
It was great. Emerson did a wonderful job on what I will call a video essay, if you know, like a Jimmy Roberts kind of piece.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
And I will give the shout out here. When we do the TV show every week,
which is rare. Sorry.
Oh, a rare shout out?
Yeah.
Listen, when you get it, it's earned.
True. That's right. Yes.
So I it's not like I throw compliments around.
I know.
like
I'm
manhole
just
covers,
joking.
But,
I was only kidding you.
no. But I mean, you're not entirely wrong. We do the player feature, and Emerson will go and visit with one of the players, try to get them in their natural environment of some regard, talk about their journey off the field, maybe mix in a little bit of on field, but mostly getting to know the players as individuals. So for the last 3 weeks, because the women were getting into the playoffs, I charged her with doing something a little bit different. So a couple of weeks ago, I said, let's sit down with the captains, Sophie Jones and Parker Roberts, and talk about what this season has meant to them. Then last week, it was sit down with Stacey and talk with her about what the season has been like and look ahead to the playoff matchup. And then this week, I said, don't sit down with anybody. Sit down with yourself and just write an essay of 1 minute and 45 seconds or so about what this season has meant, and then put together this video essay that will let people kind of get a sense of, if you missed this season, here's what you missed. And she did a great job. All three of these, she's done a great job on them. I think
Thank
she
you.
spent a little extra time on them.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Which I think is a great lesson in terms of you get out of things what you put into it. And they've all been terrific. And this one is really hits the spot, hits the
you.
mark
Thank you.
with regard to this season. So you can see that this weekend on the Sporting Jacks Report or soon coming to the Sporting Jacks YouTube channel.
Yes, indeed. And subscribe to the YouTube channel because
Yes.
in the next
Do we
month
hit
we
it?
may have a big prize. No, not yet.
Okay.
We're at like 965, I think.
we need to get up to
We're pretty
once we get
close.
up to 1,000 subscribers.
Maybe I'll win that prize.
We'll do
Tony.
a giveaway.
Well, I haven't pulled out my bag of tricks on that one like the last contest, so maybe I can help.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that. All right. So, but Emerson,
Yeah.
let's give people just a sense of what you made of this season, because in addition to it being the first season of professional women's sports in Jacksonville, it's also Emerson's first season of covering a
It
full
is.
season of professional sports.
Yeah. First post-grad job.
Yeah. What was this last 12 months like for you?
Chaotic, fun, memorable, and special. Those would be the words to sum it up. And in my video essay, which again you can see online or on TV, I didn't really talk about the stats or the players that stood out to me. I talked about the people as a whole, and I talked about what this has done for the city of Jacksonville, and that in Sunday's game, when the final whistle blew, it didn't feel like the end. It felt like the beginning. So it was really special, and it's great to look back on, and I'm already ready for next season.
I got goosebumps when you said it felt like the beginning. I really did.
It really-
because I totally agree.
Yeah.
And while that the sort of the day after, et cetera, of going out in the playoffs was just emotionally devastating for them. Really, and but that's such good perspective, and most of the team we think are coming back, so it's just kind of phenomenal.
If you look at, we'll get to that here in just a moment, but if you look at what this team has accomplished, I think this is almost proof of concept in terms of what Jacksonville can be. Now, I think we can do more in terms of growing the community around the club. I think we can do more in terms of getting more of the players into more parts of the community. Jacksonville is a vast community with a lot of different neighborhoods within it. We can do more as far as that's concerned. And the great thing is that all of the players who I've spoken with, as well as Stacy and the staff, are very excited about doing all those things, building on what happened on the pitch and building what has happened off the pitch, which I think is going to be fantastic. I do want to remind you the Sporting Jacks Report comes to you 12:30 Saturday on NBC 12 this week. You can join us every Tuesday night at 6 for the Coaches Show on 1010XL. You can listen live and on demand at 1010XL.com. And we'll have an extended conversation with Stacey Balaam this week, Liam Fox, and we will hear from a Sporting Jacks player. By the way, a couple weeks ago, we had Rafferty Petter on. He has been on a tear of late. Mahmoud Alcock before that.
The pod effect.
The pod impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just we'll see, what happens. We had Zeke.
Although he
Soto.
wasn't on the pod, so it's just the broadcast effect. Anyway, Petter.
Oh, he was on the pod a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Right. Clip. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. Okay.
Yeah. So
Go on.
and we'll having Zeke Soto was on. He's been injured, so we think now suddenly he'll be healthy.
How was that?
Good. Zeke was good. Yeah. He's just 19. He's a young guy, but
I didn't know he was 19.
yeah.
Jeez.
Just a little guy.
Yeah.
Talked about his
Lad.
Little lad.
his journey and his expectations and what he wants to see his career become. So you can listen to that on demand at 1010XL.com. All right, let's get back to the women for a moment.
Wait, hold on one moment. So sorry. I'm breaking format in the middle of the podcast.
That's what we do.
Isn't that the radio show that I was on too, Cole? Yeah, I think so. He came on right after me.
I think.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
there's another
There it
reason
is.
to tune
Yep,
in.
yep,
yeah.
yep.
All right,
Okay,
there we
sorry.
go. Let's
Go
go.
on.
All right, so let us talk about the women and the building blocks for the future. There are so many outstanding performers this year. My expectation is that the league will be better next season in terms of the level of play. Spokane is out, so even if there are no more new players coming into the league, you've got this whole roster
Some
that's going
pros, yeah.
that have played in the Gamebridge Super League that is going to enhance this thing. I suspect that Sporting Jacks will probably take a look at a couple of those top performers. So I think the league's going to be better. So as a result, the players who played this past season, Emerson, need to be better next year.
Indeed.
Who are the building blocks in your mind for this squad?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Tony, you take over first so I can think about this.
Well, obviously, I think you start in the back with Kate and then Georgia, and you just go straight up the spine, maybe with Puerta and
Sophie
Kent.
Jones,
Sophie.
Yeah,
Bowman.
and Kenton. Yeah, so all of that, and then, well, I mean, my favorite, and I'm not supposed to have favorites, is Meg, right? So like,
I love watching her play.
oh my gosh, she just goes straight at you. Like,
Yeah.
I would hate to be a defender with Meg with the ball because, oh my god, like she's fearless.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, it's hard to separate any of them and really pump any of them without thinking, oh man, I forgot about X, and so it's just I think that's those are the main ones that the other teams are going to be watching. But
Bailey DeSmit needs to mention
gosh,
there.
yeah.
Grace Philpotts. Yeah.
So basically, the whole team.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, honestly, like, you can't look at one position and be like, oh man, we really got to find somebody for
Right.
that. I mean, there's not one.
Yeah, I think the big question is Julia Lester and her health and what happens moving forward there.
Yeah.
Was
Was she loan? Did we?
we signed her through the rest of the year. I think.
Right. She started on loan.
Yeah, started on loan, and then we signed her the rest of the year, and don't know where that stands for the future. Maggie Illig, though, played very well coming in, playing on that right side on the back line. I think the right wing back position needs to be addressed. That could be upgraded. I think there was, they tried a lot of different things. It never quite clicked exactly as they wanted.
Not
it
like
to.
it did on the left.
Not like it did on the left side. But the other thing I think you need to find, it's somewhere along the line. You need to find somebody who can play if Ashland's not in, and somebody who can play when Sophie Jones is not in. Because Parker Roberts can play that number 6 to an extent. Well, she should be 90 minutes fit by the time next year rolls around.
Yeah.
She really wasn't 90 minutes fit coming off the ACL. The fact she played at all was miraculous.
And played well.
Yeah. And so.
No, you're right about that.
So the question is
depth, especially. I mean, Sophie Jones is so good at spraying the ball around. That's
they don't have a replacement for her, really.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't really have a replacement for Ashland. Although I don't know that there's a replacement for Ashland in the league.
Period. Yeah.
Anybody playing that number 10 the way she does. So some things to think about moving forward for the women. As for the men. Prorated season tickets are on sale now. In addition to getting tickets for the rest of the games in the USL Championship, you also get first choice of seats when the stadium is built. The best price per game available, ticket exchange program, and an interest-free payment plan are built in. Call 904-863-KICK or visit sportingjacks.com. Game of the year, game of the year, I think, so far in the USL Championship, with Sporting Jacks jumping out 3-0. San Antonio coming back scoring 4 in the second half, and then Petter scoring off a beautiful assist from Dita Armstrong to make it 4-4.
Thank goodness. I mean, oh my gosh,
Guys, that was such a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh my gosh, and I like to say that we won 4-4. Because it's always funny.
No, but I think it feels like a loss because we were up 3-0.
I know, but 10, take out 10 or 15 minutes of that match, and we're a completely different team.
I talked to Rafferty Petter and Liam Fox after the game. Emerson talked with Ryan Edwards.
And I probably understood 5 words he said, unfortunately.
Very scouser, especially in the heat of the moment. One of the things that Petter said was, if
the size of that bag
if we can do that against that team, the best team in the West, we can do it against anybody.
That's right.
So think about what they've gotten from matches against the top 2 teams in the league, the leaders in the East and the leaders in the West, conceding a stoppage time goal to lose to Tampa Bay and a 4-4 draw against the leaders of the West, San Antonio. That means it's in there, right?
Yeah.
So how do you get it out each and every match? I think they're coming along now with guys getting back in. Edgardo Rito makes a real difference in the attack. I think being able to get Rito and Harvey Neville and Tyshawn Rose all on the pitch at the same time going forward down the wings has been big. And then Petter, the way he moves forward, Rossiter is really settling into sort of that number 6 role. Jaskalainen's starting to get to become a bigger part of things. He scored the first one. So I think it's coming.
I do too. And we have to play a complete game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's just we're falling short in just moments. It's not like, we haven't lost in 3, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
during the 90s.
Mhm.
And so we got to get that confidence. We just got to finish games out. Really, especially if we go up by 3. My goodness.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very Everton thing to do.
Well, listen, I think if it had been 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-2,
Yeah.
2-3, 3-3, like if it had gone that way, it would have felt different. But because they were up 3-0, and the issues really are in the first 15 minutes of the second half.
Because they had 3 goals in 9 minutes?
Yes. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was some body language that I saw where it's like, okay, they need to get over the here we go again thing, right? And part of that is coming out and making the first strike in the second half to sort of flip the script. I think that's going to a little tease ahead to the Brooklyn game on Sunday. That'll probably be a key to victory is how do they handle the first quarter hour after halftime, because that's been a real bugaboo for them so far.
Yeah, and I think that here we go again thing that can translate to the fans and the supporters and all that. Like to save that draw is really, I think, a boost.
Yep.
Even I do agree with you.
It reminded me of the DC game up in DC for the women, where they conceded late and then came back and Bailey DeSmith scored in stoppage time.
Yeah.
And that was a little bit of a turning point game as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was hard. So we just got to show some heart, finish it out.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on now to the final installment of this year's Premier League contest.
We don't have picks this week, though, do we?
No, there's no games to
okay.
pick.
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Well, we got to review the picks from last week.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah.
Winner. We finished
job,
strong.
gang.
Tony and I got Sunderland over Chelsea. West Ham won for Emerson. And so we are all finishing strong with a birdie on 18. So
But I beat Emerson by a goal differential, I think.
you beat her by 4 points overall. And
I thought we were tied.
Yeah.
I missed that.
I went back and measured.
Did you win?
Wow.
I did win.
Okay.
There were just a couple of the points were right in some, and the records were off in the others. But I went back but we're good.
Yeah.
So not going to break my arm patting myself on the back for winning. But I do want to recommend we do something around the World Cup here when it comes up. So,
But I think we switch it up.
well, what? Not pick games?
No, I just think we do something a little
little
bit
rules.
different.
I've been working on that. I've
Okay.
been working
So
on
I was
that.
going to ask for any input on what you guys want to do as far as a World
like
Cup
format.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I was thinking. We could make it very similar to how we did it this time, but you can only pick the loser twice. Right, so you can't pick Burnley to lose every time.
Well, I'm talking about for the World Cup.
Oh, World Cup. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
That format.
that format.
Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we each pick a
Okay.
group winner,
Okay.
and we'll detail how that goes,
Okay.
and then we'll pick 2 other wild card teams
Yep.
that we think will wind up going through. After when they get to the knockout stage. You have to keep. We can decide what that is. X number of teams from your initial picks. So you may, if you pick everybody right, you may wind up having to drop some teams that you had picked the first time, and then we'll pick. But the teams you keep after the group stage, you must keep throughout the entire knockout round. And
Okay.
what do you think?
Sure.
About that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll work up something
Yeah,
a little more formal,
yeah.
Okay,
so we
great.
know what that
Yeah.
looks like.
Cool.
And Emerson's like, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of losing. Yeah.
Let me give a behind the
Here's
scenes.
your rookie season.
Let me hear behind
You
the
know,
scenes.
I'm tired of that excuse.
Behind the scenes.
Okay?
This past
You're
weekend
competitive. It's
in the
good.
office, we had a contest that we were each given a personalized link for tickets.
We're just gonna rub some salt.
No,
in
I'm
it
just going to
now.
explain this because I think listeners are going
Yeah,
to
that's
hear
true. Yeah.
Emerson's
Yeah.
tone.
They're
and
gonna be
wonder
like,
what's going on.
exactly. They're gonna be like, what
How
did
is Sweet
Tony
Emerson
do
being
now?
like this? Yes.
Yes.
Her eye is twitching right now.
This needs to be a video.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Yeah.
and it was basically send out a link to get for tickets for the playoff game and see who can drum up the most tickets, right?
Yeah.
So the first reporting, I think Emerson was
JJ was beating me by 2.
all right. Yeah, she was in second place by 2, and then in the next reporting,
I was winning.
she was winning,
And then in the next.
in the final reporting, which again, it doesn't matter when tickets are bought. Tony had surged ahead and won going away. Emerson finished second. I finished third.
Can I just say something, though, so I give
Yeah.
myself a little bit of credit?
Yeah, of course.
I've lived in Jacksonville one single year.
Exactly.
How long
This
have
is
you lived
why
here?
Half my life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I think I won.
Yeah, of course.
Every
'Cause
day
I
of the
worked
year.
my network.
If you did it sort of per, hometown experience,
Yeah.
you ran away with
So,
it.
Thank you.
so that being said, though, I also want to point out that it wasn't just a contest within the podcast. It was a contest throughout the entire
Front
office.
office.
Right.
And the pod finished 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Which
Good job,
which
guys.
You would imagine.
I mean,
we're pretty.
I don't,
Pretty awesome.
It just. So if you see me sporting a new hat, you'll know what I won.
Yep.
Big
Yeah.
contest. The big prize, by the way, was a big gift card to a non-sponsor restaurant here in town.
Right.
And Emerson was really
Yeah, if
angling for
anyone
that
wants
one.
to take me out to dinner, you know where to find
Be
me.
careful on that one. Who knows what could happen? there.
Uptown is coming up.
That's
Yeah.
and that's coming up
Also,
soon, too.
never been there. I'm very
Yeah, it's
excited.
going to be fun.
So
yeah.
that's our contest for the Premier League contest. We'll set a date on that and look forward to that in the near future. Okay, guys, we have reached a fulcrum point in the season. The women go away until July 1st when they are back in for training camp. It's a short break, but now all the focus on the men and, of course, the World Cup. We'll have more on that as we continue on here on the pod.
breaking format.
Go.
Okay, so this Sunday we have a match, right?
Sunday,
Yeah,
Sunday.
Sunday.
v Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 2 p.m. kick. So,
Tis.
yeah. So
It's going to be hot.
It's going to be
and
HOT.
Yes.
I think
and
it's
maybe
supposed to
muggy,
rain.
and maybe some R. But
But
I'm also going to bring a keg out to the tailgate.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we're going to kill a keg.
and I can't even participate.
You can't afterwards.
Yeah.
This
well,
is
and
true.
there will definitely be some left over. 'Cause we're not that huge of drinkers
But
out
this
there.
is this is
yeah.
also a great reason to be subscribing to this pod.
That's right.
You get these personalized invitations.
Yeah, exactly. Because
So anybody listening to this pod,
except for the supporters group, no one knows there's going to be a keg at the tailgate until
In lot
now.
18.
Yeah, in lot 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And shout out Jim Webb. He's bringing it.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, that will do it for us here on the Sporting Pod. Please continue to help us grow the community around Sporting Jacks. Share this podcast with your friends and family. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need to get up to 1,000 here this summer. Then we'll have a big giveaway. And we'll continue to push forward to look for the first league victory for Sporting Jacks men this weekend against Brooklyn, 2 o'clock. Channel 4, Peak, ESPN Plus, and live at Hodges Stadium. For Tony Allegretti and Emerson Burris, I'm Cole Pepper. Thanks so much for listening to The Sporting Pod.